Thank you very much, and good morning, everyone, from here in Hong Kong. I'm very much going to echo what Andre and Patrick have already said in many ways. And certainly for me, it's a great pleasure to once again be joining you at the Future City Summit, this time the 2021 edition. Over the next couple of days, you'll be discussing and exploring some of the most pressing issues that the world faces today, issues where the world really needs solutions. To state the obvious, the world is still battling with COVID-19 and the ramification that has had on people, healthcare systems, livelihoods, and economies. And we also must gear up to act to limit global warming. COP26 took place recently, and there seems to be growing consensus that action is needed and needed very soon. And indeed, many would argue it cannot be soon enough. And across the world, inequalities remain between countries and within cities. And against the backdrop of COVID and climate change, these could further widen and grow. And of course, there are many more challenges that we face. And I'm pretty sure many of you are working tirelessly on meeting some of these to help make a real difference. Just one, for instance, close to my own heart is plastics in our oceans and indeed in the wider natural environment. All of these issues are complex, perhaps even intractable, but solutions have to be found, and each and every person has a role to play. Governments, businesses, and people all over the world really must act together and collaborate. So our dialogue and focus over the next couple of days could not, in my opinion, be more timely. As you may know, I lead a team at Invest Hong Kong, a department of the Hong Kong SAR government, where we help overseas and mainland businesses set up and grow in Hong Kong, and thereby capture opportunities in and via Hong Kong. What is notable in my day-to-day work, and indeed it's encouraging and uplifting, is more and more of the companies we work with and the entrepreneurs we engage with are focused on meeting the challenges and finding solutions to the challenges that the world faces. In short, people and businesses with clear purpose and visions to affect change, real change. In the next couple of minutes, I'd like to share at a very high level some context about Hong Kong in particular, around climate change and where business can help meet challenges, create solutions, and at the same time, realize commercial opportunities. So let me set the context. Hong Kong issued our first Climate Action Plan 2030 plus back in 2017, which set out to reduce carbon intensity by 65 to 70% by 2030 against a 2005 baseline. Over the last decade, the government has allocated more than 47 billion Hong Kong dollars to these measures. Hong Kong's latest ambitions were set out in the Hong Kong Climate Action Plan 2050, which was published just 2 months ago in October 2021. We estimate that 240 billion Hong Kong dollars will have to be invested to combat climate change in the next 15 to 20 years. Low carbon transformation in all sectors of society is required to achieve our target, bringing substantial changes to the way that we live and the way that businesses operate. Decarbonisation is one major area of focus, but equally importantly is adaptation and resilience. For instance, as a city prone to typhoons, this is just one area where this is highly relevant. By pursuing carbon neutrality, we will open up new business opportunities for low carbon solutions in the decarbonisation process. The government will facilitate the development of green industries and promote innovation and technology development, particularly in decarbonisation technologies, thus creating enormous investment and job opportunities. Major actions will enhance energy efficiency and conservation in both new and existing buildings, very relevant to our theme for the Future City Summit. decarbonise the vehicle fleet to reach zero vehicular emissions, and transform our waste management system to cease landfilling of municipal waste. These initiatives will create opportunities as we seek to solve the challenges. In the process, this will also nurture talent and provide employment opportunities in new areas, such as green energy supply, recycling, EVs, energy transport, and their supporting industries. What is more, often in these fields, it will be led by innovative startup companies, perhaps working in collaboration with major businesses. And of course, a knock-on benefit will be that this will help Hong Kong recover in a green way from the economic impact of COVID-19. But of course, there are so many other fields where net zero business models can contribute to impact. This really is a field where every little counts. Let me just share now some concrete measures that you might find of interest. In July 2021, the government doubled the borrowing ceiling from 100 billion to 200 billion Hong Kong dollars to expand the funding scope for green projects and not limited just to publicly funded ones. More green bonds will be issued to a total of 175.5 billion Hong Kong dollars within the next 5 years. In 2020, the government allocated 200 million Hong Kong dollars to set up a green tech fund to provide funding support for R&D projects around decarbonisation and environmental protection. Looking at the larger end of the spectrum, the Hong Kong Stock Exchange is committed to providing listed companies with a clear framework for ESG, reporting, disclosure, application, and implementation. Also in the financial field, there is an increasing number of impact investment funds setting up right here in Hong Kong, backed by limited partners or family offices just like Patrick's, with relevant business lines or looking for alternative investment in their portfolio. Hong Kong's New World Group launched the Impact Commons program that offers a platform for high impact startups to collaborate with the group's business units, sustainability experts, and global partners to scale solutions that fulfill the UN's SDGs. And many other leading Hong Kong businesses have similar initiatives. So these are just a few of the things that I would like to highlight right here in Hong Kong. But Hong Kong can also be a route to other markets across Asia, and one of the most exciting of which is the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Greater Bay Area. This comprises 11 cities in southern China, including Hong Kong. It's home to 86 million people and a GDP that makes it around the 10th or 11th largest economy in the world. And Hong Kong is part of this dynamic, vibrant cluster of cities. But with dense cities come challenges. So there are plenty of opportunities to solve those challenges. One opportunity I would like to highlight is the enormous green finance opportunity presented by the Greater Bay Area, and Hong Kong can contribute to provide the necessary infrastructure and act as a catalyst for promoting market development and encouraging more companies in GBA to make use of Hong Kong's capital markets and financial and professional services for green and sustainable investment. And of course, our country, China, is committed to achieving peak carbon dioxide emissions before 2030 and carbon neutrality before 2060. And businesses that are located in Hong Kong can also develop opportunities in countries and cities across ASEAN. And if we put all of this in the context of the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, RCEP, the region as a whole will play a more and more important role in global wealth creation. But crucially, this will need to be done in a sustainable and equitable way. So as we meet at Future City Summit 2021, we face some daunting challenges, but at the same time, exciting opportunities by solving them. And I have no doubt that many of you are determined to play your part. Hong Kong can play an important role too for your business in all of this. If there is anything that Invest Hong Kong can assist you with, or you would like to explore how Hong Kong can help you make a difference, please feel free to get in touch with me or any of my colleagues. You can find me on LinkedIn. With that, I wish you all a very fruitful summit. Thank you very much indeed.